Radio check.
1-2, loud clear.
Alright, got you loud and clear too. Alright, and our circuit breakers are all still in. Okay. Transponder 1200 L.
Take flight 639er, tighten up your turn to the southwest and contact the Orlando departure. I need you to stay north and west of the final for 5.
Tighten up the turn to the
and we can turn off the radio lights and panel lights.
And contact the Orlando
That'll
departure
help out.
flight 639.
Number 66 Delta, runway 9 left via Kilo. 016. Expect visual approach, landing at departing runway 9 right, 9 left to runway 5. Simultaneous approaches being conducted to parallel runways. Taxiway Quebec is closed from runway 9 right to taxiway Alpha. Taxiway November is closed. Taxiway Alpha is closed from taxiway Victor to taxiway Lima. VFR departures advise ground control your direction of flight. Advise on initial contact of information Lima. Melbourne International Airport information, Lima 1053 Zulu, meet your observation, wind 130 at 7, gust 17. Visibility 10, ceiling 2,600 broken, 3,600 overcast. Temperature 24, dew point 21, altimeter 3016. Expect visual approach, landing at departing runway 9 right, 9 left to runway 5. Simultaneous approaches being conducted to parallel runways. Taxiway Quebec is closed from runway 9 right to taxiway Alpha. Taxiway November is closed. Taxiway Alpha is closed from taxiway Victor to taxiway Lima. VFR departures advise ground control your direction of flight. Advise on initial contact of information Lima. Melbourne International Airport information, Lima 1053 Zulu, meet your observation, wind 130 at 7, gust 17. Visibility 10, ceiling 2,600 broken, 3,600 overcast. Temperature 24, dew point 21, altimeter 3016. Expect visual approach, landing at departing runway 9 right, 9 left to runway 5. Simultaneous approaches being conducted to parallel runways. Taxiway Quebec is closed from runway 9 right to taxiway Alpha. Taxiway November is closed. Taxiway Alpha is closed from taxiway Victor to taxiway Lima. VFR departures advise ground control your direction of flight. Advise on initial contact of information Lima.
Okay, there we go. Yep.
Work on the loud buzz in the background and give me a call back.
Alright, information Lima.
Alright, so wind is 1307 knots, so, and we're expecting a runway 9 left, and so we'll have a crosswind from the right. Okay.
Take flight 623, you have a bit of a buzz as well.
Alright, flight instruments, okay, airspeed 0, altimeters are matching, and show field elevation, vertical speed 0, all centered. Okay. Seatbelts are all fastened, taxi light on, taxi area clear, left, center, and right. Back to 1200.
Take flight 604 Melbourne Tower, report turning final runway 9 right at the interstate. We're 9 Delta Bravo, fly south along the river to leaving Delta Airspace, 9 left for the takeoff. When you guys get sub back, have that radio in that aircraft checked out.
Melbourne ground, Skyhawk.
Alright, parking
Skyhawk 4951.
Doors are closed
at Big
and
Blue
latched.
with information Lima, ready to taxi departure to the south.
That's a 51 Golf Melbourne ground, runway 9 left via Kilo.
Left via Kilo 4951 Golf.
Alright, engine instruments are all good. Fuel pump check. Fuel pump on. We get increased flow and pressure. Fuel pump off. Okay. And magneto check. Alright, we'll go right mag. Good indication left out, and RPMs drop 1660. Back to both. And 1750, okay. And go to left.
Melbourne,
Right mag's out, running kind of rough.
Loud and clear.
So back to both. Run it up to 2,000.
Yep.
66 Delta, follow the company traffic on the upwind south along the river to leaving Delta airspace.
And
Runway 9 left for takeoff.
Lean it past the stop. Find,
Takeaway 623, turn southbound.
find the peak power here. 2030, 2040, 2050.
9 Delta Bravo, there's traffic off your left front 2 miles, Cherokee southbound at 900 feet.
And I lost it. There we go.
Melbourne ground, November 739 Aircraft Quebec, FB Blue with information Lima.
Well, you can see that number 2 cylinder. The EGTs are a little bit cooler.
Okay.
And the cylinder temp is also a little bit cool.
November 739 Aircraft Quebec, FB Blue with information Lima, race taxi VFR southbound.
And usually by that point it's probably good enough so you can go rich and then lean it back.
Okay, so I don't have to wait for them to...
Yeah, once you see that they're kind of not changing, they're all about the same, that's about as hot as you're going to get.
All right, so then back to the stop.
9 Golf Quebec, not 9 Golf Charlie. So 9 Golf Quebec, taxi runway 9 left via kilo.
9 left via kilo, 9 Golf Quebec.
All right, there's 1800. We'll try that. Left mag out again. Or on left mag, right mag out. And that's running smoother. Got 1730 RPM, back to both. And 1810, okay. That looks good. All right, we'll do cycle prop 3 times. And we're seeing manifold pressure, RPMs, and oil pressure. And all back in the green, okay. Alright, so go to idle. And car repeat. Okay.
This is 51 Golf, follow the company traffic upwind south along the river to leaving Delta airspace, runway 9 left, cover takeoff.
Alright. And our flight controls, left aileron up.
Golf, you'll fly south along the river
Right
to leaving
aileron
Delta
up.
airspace.
Elevator down, up, okay, and right rudder, left rudder. Alright, all flight controls are free and correct. Trim for takeoff. Rocket trim looks good. Friction lock, pitot heat's off. And takeoff briefing. Alright, so wind out of the southeast, we're expecting runway 9 left this morning. And I'm expecting they'll probably give us taxi via Mike Kilo to 9 left. We've got 6,000 feet of runway, generally need a little over 1,000 until we rotate. But if we, for some reason, don't rotate by taxiway Mike, then we're going to abort takeoff and just stay on the ground. And then once we are airborne, we'll rotate at 60, we'll climb at initially 80, or 77, 80 for VX until we clear obstacles, and then 90. If we have any kind of an engine failure at that point and we're below 700 feet, then we're just going to, we're not going to consider any kind of a turn back, we'll just look for someplace straight ahead. Once we're up to about 700 feet or above, if we have an engine failure or any kind of emergency, we'll have enough altitude. We can consider a turn back to the parallel runway here. And today's flight, in the event of any emergency, it'll be your controls. Alright, so, and we will be VFR to the south. Alright, seatbelts fastened, parking brake release.
This is 9 Golf Quebec, fly south along the river until leaving Delta airspace. Runway 9 left, clear for takeoff.
And as we start taxiing, go ahead and turn the panel lights all the way down past the little stop. Yeah, both. There we go.
Okay,
yeah.
Alright, I see. Alright, so. Alright, so we are clear left, clear center, clear right.
Very good, sir. Very good.
Melbourne ground, take flight 612 at FIT northbound area with information Lima. Ready for departure, south.
Flight 612, give way to that aircraft that's southbound on Victor, then taxi runway 5 via Victor.
Way to that traffic, runway 5 via Victor, tech flight 612. Extra 17 November Lima with Lima, Melbourne flight training at Kilo 1 for southeast departure.
The 7 November Lima, Melbourne ground, runway 9 left taxi via Kilo.
9 left via Kilo, 7 November Lima.
Melbourne ground, Skyhawk 739er, Yankee Hotel with Lima, Big Blue, VFR Southwest.
9 Yankee Hotel, there's an extra westbound on Kilo, follow him to 9 left.
Following the extra to 9er left on Kilo, 739er, Yankee Hotel. That's going to be southbound.
Melbourne ground, airport 9, I'm on Sierra at Sierra 1. I'd like to enter into the movement area to begin daytime inspection.
Airport 9, proceed on the movement area at your discretion all day.
Airport 9 proceeding on the movement area at my discretion all day.
Melbourne ground, Cardinal 34287 at Big Blue with information Lima, VFR to the south.
Cardinal 287, follow that chair, the Cessna on runway, follow the Cessna on Kilo 2, runway 9 left.
Follow Cessna to Kilo, on Kilo to runway 9 left, Cardinal 34287.
Flight 639er, execute your right turn out a mile prior to the threshold.
And we
Clear left.
Clear on the left.
639, this is the first I've heard of that. So understand you want to circle the 5. Okay, no ma'am, approach cannot clear you for that. They'll clear you for the approach. You have to let me know that you're going to circle. So circle south, left base runway 5, and advise circling.
Have you been doing much simulator work at home?
I haven't. I've been meaning to, but I just haven't gotten on it.
Well, you're doing good so far. I mean, wind correction, we're on the center line, taxi's good, startup's good. I haven't had to do a thing.
Doing chair flying and just mentally picturing it, but yeah.
Well, very good job.
Take flight 612, no delay, runway 5, clear for takeoff south along the river. Traffic is on the circle to runway 5. Take flight 629, when you start the circle, watch for traffic on the runway, runway 5. Take flight 639, runway 5, clear to land. November Lima, continue holding short, runway 90 left.
I wonder if that Pitts Special is a Melbourne flight training plane.
7 November Lima, traffic is a Cherokee departing runway 5.
Wouldn't be surprised. I mean, they have a float plane there now, it looks like. I guess something a bit more substantial to do spin training in.
Yeah. Now, is that just a one-seater, though?
Nope, it's 2 seats.
It's 2 seats, okay.
There's someone way up in the front.
Okay, so he's sitting in the back, okay.
Yeah. Normally with the tail dragger, pilot flying will sit in the back because it's a better view of the sides.
Okay.
Yeah, when I was doing my tail dragger endorsement, or at least working on it, that's where I sat, was in the back.
All right.
Yeah, Piper Cub's a fun little airplane. I bet that's a lot more fun, though.
a little bit faster.
Yeah. It can do a lot more than just a spin.
Ground at 818 at Shelter, ready to taxi Lima. 9 Yankee Hotel, Melbourne, fly south along the river to leaving Delta Airspace, runway 9 left, clear for takeoff. Exit 818 Melbourne, work your way over to Sierra 1, from Sierra 1 turn right on Kilo and taxi to runway 9 left. Alright. Take flight 639 left at Romeo, Fox Victor to the ramp, monitor ground.
At Romeo, Fox Victor to the ramp, monitor ground, take flight 639.
Alright. Good, turn for takeoff. Landing lights on, transpond, beds, flaps 10. Make our radio call in a second here. Approach area is clear. Go ahead and reach in the pictures slightly. Melbourne Tower, Cardinal 34287, holding short 9 left at Kilo, ready for departure.
37, follow the traffic ahead, south along the river until leaving Delta Airspace, runway 9 left, clear for takeoff.
I'll just call him. Melbourne Tower, Cardinal 287, I'm sorry you were truncated in the beginning. Was that for us?
Cardinal 287, follow the traffic ahead, fly south along the river until leaving Delta Airspace, runway 9 left, clear for takeoff.
South along the river, following the traffic ahead, 34287, 9 left, clear for takeoff.
Alright, so that was us, alright.
Yeah, I mean, he said it so quick in the beginning.
Yeah.
I missed
Take flight 653 over Lake Washington for full stop, back to FIT information, Lima.
Take flight 653 Melbourne, make left base, runway 9 right, report 2 mile base.
Left base 09 right, report 2 mile base, take flight 653.
All right, approach area clear. All right, power's coming in. Crosswind correction. Engine is transfer green. Airspeed's alive. And there's 60. There's 80.
Cessna 739er Zulu Uniform Melbourne ground, good morning. You're clear to the Foxtrot Papa Yankee Airport as filed. On
Clear
departure,
of
maintain
obstacles.
2,000, expect 5,000 in 10 minutes. Departure will be 132.65, squawk 4206.
Go fast, I get 90.
Cessna 90 Uniform, read back correct, advise taxi.
And there's 1,000 feet.
We're tied, take flight 653, 2 mile left base, stand on right.
Take flight 653, touchdown your discretion, runway 9 or right, clear to land.
Clear to land, my discretion, take flight
Southwind River,
653.
we're clear on the right.
Yes, sir. And we'll just level off at 1500.
All right.
Airport 9 ground, proceed on runway 9 or left, exit at the departure end. I'll have jet traffic that's on Kilo that will need to depart. Take flight 881 Melbourne ground, runway 9 right at Victor, taxi via Victor.
Looks like there's 3 in the pattern at Valkyria with maybe a 4th entering.
Okay.
So we'll be number 5 there, but that's fine.
Just a 739 Zulu uniform, follow the jet traffic on Kilo, runway 9 left, taxi via Mike Kilo.
We also have the option to go to Sebastian if you want. There's nobody there.
Okay. Yeah, why don't we head on down to Sebastian?
All right. So if you want, you can step up the RPM to 24 and the manifold to 23. and we'll get it started a little bit quicker. Just keep 1500.
653, continue to Charlie, turn right at Charlie. You can taxi Charlie, Victor 1, Victor 2, your ramp.
Charlie, Victor 1, Victor 2 to ramp, 653.
Oh, remember to do it the other way. So 2400 RPM and 23 inches of manifold trim.
Okay.
No worries.
Showjet 818 Melbourne Tower, I do have your release. Advise ready for departure.
We're ready, 818.
Showjet 818, fly heading 080, maintain 2000, runway 9 or left, clear for takeoff.
080, 2000, 9 or left, clear for takeoff, Showjet 818.
We'll just kind of want to stay out over this way because their pattern looks like they're using 1-4. We'll be opposite against them over the river here.
Okay.
Showjet 818, contact Orlando departure.
Departure, Showjet 818.
Melbourne Tower, take flight EC1 at FIT, run up area. Correction, Melbourne Tower, take flight EC1 at holding short of runway 9 right at Victor, ready for departure.
Take flight 881 Melbourne Tower, proceed on course, runway 9 right at Victor, clear for takeoff.
Alright, at Victor, clear for takeoff, proceed on course, take flight EC1.
I'm just going to switch this over to left tank for a second, just burn a little bit more on that side.
Cirrus 9 Mike Whiskey is cleared to the Treasure Cay Airport as filed. On departure, maintain 2000, expect 9,000 in 10 minutes. Departure will be 132.65, squawk 3034. Cirrus 9 Mike Whiskey, read back correct, advise taxi. Cirrus 90 uniform mode, are you about ready to go?
9 left at Kilo, ready for IFR departure.
Cirrus 739 Zulu uniform Melbourne ground, hold short, runway 9 left, waiting response from Orlando.
Alright, now I do not have Sebastian frequencies, Nancy.
That's alright, so I'll just pull it up on the sectional here. Sebastian, their AWAS is 118.125. And and their
Just the 739
CTAF
uniform after
is
departure
123.05.
100, maintain 2000, runway 9 or left, clear for takeoff.
Sebastian, Municipal Airport, automatic weather observation.
123.0.
7 Zulu, weather, wind, 130 at 7, visibility 10, clear, below 12,000, temperature 24, Celsius, dew point 21, altimeter 3019er.
Alright, so 130 at 7.
Municipal
And they
Airport,
have
automatic
runways,
weather observation. 148 Zulu,
05,
weather, wind,
10,
missing,
23,
visibility
and 28.
10, clear, below 1.
Alright, so 10.
So go ahead and bug 10. A little trick for this real quick. I like to try and...
Yeah, okay, so runway 10.
Yeah, so 10 is a preferable runway based off the winds.
100, okay.
Let's look at the sectional real quick. There's right pattern for 23 and 28, which means everything else is standard or left pattern. So we are entering from the north here. If everything is a left turn, that means we can come over here and just enter left pattern for 10. So let's maneuver.
Turning on to the 45 left downwind for 10, Sebastian.
Alright, so do you see Sebastian?
So I know that the river mouth, let's look at this
Okay,
sectional
the
again.
inlet there? Okay.
Yeah.
It's on the other side of that?
So it's on the other side of that.
Okay.
Sebastian, traffic sky 739er Yankee Hotel is about 6 miles to the north. Going to be setting up for a practice emergency spiral into the left downwind runway 10, Sebastian.
Sebastian traffic, 4951
can see the opening of where the
45 left downwind
runway
10,
is, or like the
Sebastian.
runway complex out there.
Okay, that kind of green opening,
Yeah.
lighter green.
And that guy right there where we just got some reflection off of, he's going to Sebastian as well. That's Yankee Hotel.
Alright, and so is this like about 5 miles out?
We're about 7-ish miles, so you can call and say that we're over the river.
Sebastian, traffic, Cardinal 34287, about 7 miles to the northeast over the river, inbound for left entry for runway 10, Sebastian.
That train is impressively long. It's like almost 2 miles. Like, here's the end of him. You see where he starts up there? That ceases to amaze me. Alright. It's nice being a passenger. Alright, so we know where 10 is.
Okay.
Right, 10 faces this way. So it's going to be a right turn to enter initially the left downwind for 10, because we're going to make left turns after that.
Okay.
If that makes sense. We're always pointing that way. We're going to go this way, left turns.
Sebastian, traffic sky 739er Yankee Hotel, maneuvering for the 45 left downwind 10, Sebastian.
Okay.
Not going to be doing a spiral descent.
And then you can say that we're 5 miles to the north. We have Yankee Hotel in sight, and we're going to enter the left downwind behind you.
Alright.
Or him, yeah.
Sebastian, traffic, Cardinal 34287, 5 miles to the north. We've got the traffic entering downwind on site. We're going to follow you, runway 10, Sebastian. Alright, so we need to...
And I would suggest, because it's a bit of a shorter runway, just keep it out over here, because by the time we start turning and everything, we'll be...
Traffic 4951 Golf, Southwest Midfield, left downwind 10, Sebastian.
We'll be past their runway. I'll go ahead and put mixture on both again.
Yeah, it's going to go for you. Carb heat. Landing light is on. Now I have lost that traffic.
4951 Golf, turning left base 10, Sebastian.
Yankee Hotel, where are you? Oh, I have him right there.
Alright.
See him right there? It's got
yeah,
his strobes
okay.
on.
Alright, now I see him. Yep, okay.
And I would just say keep it towards this water tower for now, this blue one right in front of us.
Okay.
And once we get to 1,000, just level off.
Alright, so should I be on the 45 now?
I will just wait for a second. Alright, yeah, this is probably good about here, and you can say that we're into the 45-degree left downwind entry for runway 10 behind Yankee Hotel.
Sebastian, traffic Cardinal 34287 is on a 45 left entry for left downwind runway 10, following the traffic on turning base. Right.
287, we have Yankee Hotel inside. We're behind you. No worries.
Traffic, Skyhawk 4951 Golf is on final for 10, Sebastian.
Alright, let's go ahead and configure everything else.
Oh, okay, he's here. I was looking at someone over there. Okay.
Oh.
Alright.
Yeah. Alright, so let's do before landing checklist.
Alright, before landing, we got carb heat on, fuel selectors on both, mixture rich slightly. Landing lights on, alright, we gotta go prop high RPM, seatbelts are fastened.
And we'll just keep extending this way for a little bit. For Yankee Hotel right there, they're on the base still.
Alright, there he is.
And you can say that we're extending downwind for traffic on the base.
Alright. Sebastian, traffic Cardinal 34287, extending downwind for traffic on base, runway 10, Sebastian.
Dispatch traffic sky 739er, Yankee Hotel turning left, turning final 10, Sebastian.
Alright, let's go ahead.
Sebastian, traffic Cardinal 34287, turning left base, runway 10, Sebastian.
And I wouldn't configure for slaps to start slowing up yet, just because we're far away. I mean, we have places to put down if we had to in an emergency, but,
on the go, 10, remaining in the pattern, Sebastian.
Alright, there's runway 10, you see it?
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Alright. Sebastian, traffic Cardinal 34287, turning final runway 10, Sebastian. Alright, stay coordinated in.
And I really find that actually 18 inches of manifold pressure is a good pattern setting, like high prop, 18 inches, and that seems to, we're good, thank you. There we go.
Sebastian, traffic, Skyhawk 4951 Golf, turning left crosswind for 10, Sebastian.
Sebastian traffic to Skyhawk 739er, Yankee Hotel, departure leg 10, Sebastian.
Go flaps 20 here, slow down to 80. More power, a little bit low.
Sebastian traffic, Skyhawk 4951 Golf is turning left downwind for 10, Sebastian.
Alright, I'm gonna go flaps 30 here. 70.
Dispatch traffic sky 739er, Yankee Hotel, left crosswind 10, Sebastian.
Oh,
That's alright, these brakes have been pretty touchy. Alright, so we're just going to go ahead and do a full stop taxi back.
Sebastian traffic, Skyhawk 4951 Golf is left downwind for 10, Sebastian.
You can see that we're clear on Delta, clear of 10 on Delta, taxi back to 10 via Bravo.
Sebastian traffic, Arnold 34287 is clear of runway 10 on Delta. We'll be taxiing back via Bravo. Sebastian.
Alright, cool. Staff land checklist.
After landing, flaps are tracked.
Really good landing, by the way.
We'll leave our landing light on, carb heat off, pitot heat off, cowl flaps are open. Alright, we are clear on the left.
Skyhawk 739er, Yankee Hotel, left downwind 10, doing a right 360 back.
Going,
so
yep,
we're going to the left there.
Yep. We're clear, right side and left side. No one's making sneaky approaches to 23 or 05 like last time. Yeah, I don't know what it is with the brakes, but they've been locking up pretty quickly on landing. So what I've been telling people to do now is once the airplane lands and you go power idle, just hold the nose up a little bit as if we were doing a soft field, and then apply brakes gently, and that helps because when you do this, you're lifting up the nose, you're putting force down on the tail, so really all that force is now concentrated, or the weight's concentrated just in the mains, not by the nose at all, which helps them not lock up, so they have, you know, extra weight helping them keep rolling on the runway, because it seems like it almost skips. Yeah. So that weight seems to help out.
And I think I was a little bit, because of the wind or something, I was not quite perfectly aligned on the runway, or it started to turn after I landed.
I think they did something with the brakes, maintenance-wise, because when I was demonstrating a landing, I had the same thing happen to me, so it's not just...
I may have had my feet up a little bit higher on the pedals, and hit more brake than I thought.
Open this up briefly, it's definitely a little bit warm here.
It is good. Warm and humid. Alright, we're clear on the right.
Sebastian traffic, Skyhawk 4951 Golf is on the departure of 10,
takeoff checklist, or a takeoff checklist, then we're...
traffic.
Alright, so seatbelts are still fastened. We're going to trim for takeoff. Landing lights on, altimeter still, or transponder still set. We're going to go flaps 10. Final approach area looks clear. Haven't heard anything on the radio.
Sebastian traffic, Skyhawk 739er, Yankee Hotel, left base 10, short approach. Sebastian.
Alright, left base, short approach. We have time to get in before him.
Let's just give it a second, I can't see him. I don't know how short of a short approach he's doing. I can't quite see over the wing.
Alright.
So just keep this open, and when you're ready to go, let me know.
Alright, so let's flaps 10. I think we're set. See him yet?
Not yet, but I can see on the map he's coming right towards us, basically. So he's like approaching from this side. Oh, I see him now.
Yeah. We'll wait for him then. There he is.
Looks like he's going around.
Yeah.
We'll just give him a second anyway then. There we go.
Going around 10, Sebastian.
A little late for that, but okay. Alright, we can go ahead and call him up.
Alright, Sebastian traffic, Cardinal 34287, departing runway 10, staying in the pattern. Sebastian. Alright, we are still clear on the approach.
Sebastian traffic, Skyhawk 4951 Golf is left downwind for 10, planning to depart the pattern to the north. Sebastian.
coming in. And engine instruments are green. Speed's alive. 60.
Sebastian traffic, Skyhawk 4951 Golf is departing the pattern to the north. Final call, Sebastian.
Sebastian traffic, Skyhawk 5359 Kilo, taking 10 for departure, Sebastian. Sebastian traffic, Sky 739 Yankee Hotel, left downwind 10, climbing and departing to the west. Sebastian traffic.
Clear on the left. Sebastian traffic, Cardinal 34287, turning left crosswind, runway 10, Sebastian.
Stepped on.
Sebastian traffic, Cardinal 34287, turning left downwind, runway 10, Sebastian.
Alright, so once we get on the downwind here, I'll take the controls and I'll demonstrate a short field landing. So
okay.
We've done soft fields before.
Okay.
Short fields, a longer approach kind of helps, slightly steeper descent. You can slow it down from 70 to 65 on a short final. So like right when you're about to cross over your obstacle, right? So let's just imagine that there's a set of trees that are 50 feet tall right at the end of the runway.
Okay.
Right, so like the grass right before the end. So I'm going to make sure I come over the threshold 50 feet and above, but not too much taller than that. Once I clear that, we're just going to descend, get down on the runway, and I'm going to try and put the wheels down as gently but as quickly as possible. And then stop in the shortest amount of time.
Okay.
So what does stopping in the shortest amount of time look like? Flaps up immediately, powers immediately idle, holding the nose up and applying full brakes. Alright, so my controls here real quick.
Alright, your control.
That's Sky 79 Golf Quebec turning final runway 10. That's
well, that guy just made right pattern.
Oh.
Sebastian traffic, Cardinal 34287, turning left base runway 10. Sebastian. Alright, so we're going to go car beat here. Left a little high, but that's fine. Flaps 10. Just aiming for about 90.
Skyhawk 590 departing the pattern to the northwest, South Sebastian.
Alright, so that's a lot more comfortable as far as height, so we definitely sunk a little bit. That's alright, I'll just keep it coming down. And again, we're just going to imagine there's 50-foot trees right over the end of the runway. It'd be great if we could put up like a little, like 2 poles that are 50-foot tall with some tape and a little banner going across.
Like runway 10 to depart on a left downwind for runway 10 to the west. That's got it.
Okay, so I'm going to keep it coming down now. I'll go flaps 30. Alright, we slowed up to 70. Slide crosswind from the right. That's okay. A little bit of nose up trim. So we're at 200 feet. I have to cross over the end of the runway, the very end, at let's say no less than 50 feet. So here we are at 100. Add a bit of power. And maybe slow it down to 75, so a little bit of power goes up. There we go. Definitely cleared 50 feet over the end of the runway, so just keep it at 65 now. Power idle. Hold. Right, get it down. Flaps up. Brake. And then this is the stop. Here's the go part.
Okay.
Alright, engine instruments are green. Let go, not on the brakes. Right rudder. We're just gonna watch. 30, 40, 50, 60, rotate, climb away. So the slower you fly your final, the shorter you can stop. So we're not going to worry about the whole 50-foot obstacle idea for now. The whole point we're just going to worry about is just getting down as quickly as possible and stopping in the shortest amount of distance. See, I could have done a lot shorter than that, but at the very end there when I pushed the nose down, I bled up in speed.
Okay.
So that was a mistake on my part. So when you pick up speed, that just carries you further in your ground effect glide, right?
Okay.
Sebastian traffic, Cardinal 34287 departures like runway 10, staying in the pattern, stop and goes. Sebastian. Sebastian traffic, Cardinal 34287, turning left, crosswind runway 10, Sebastian. Yeah, it's fun doing some of these landings, it's a little bit different. Right, soft field, how soft can you make it? Short field, how short can you make it? Sebastian traffic, Cardinal 34287, turning left downwind runway 10, stop and go, Sebastian. And there's about 18. Trimmed up pretty well. Your controls.
Alright, my controls.
Your controls. So, not too worried about the whole 50-foot obstacle thing again. We're just going to focus on the approach and stopping as short as we can.
Okay.
But it helps to call out an aiming point. And then, so an aiming point and then a point that you would like to have the wheels down by. So for example, you could use the end of the runway as the aiming point.
Okay.
The very end, like the demarcation bar between the grass and the runway.
Okay.
And then you could use like this, like the beginning of the first stripe or the middle of the first stripe as the point where you want to have your wheels down by.
Okay.
So, and then you just start judging your landings based off of that.
Alright, sorry, no carb heat on. Full, reduce power. Speed's in the way down, flaps 10.
Yeah. And also after he did some engine work, I find that 13 to 12 inches of manifold pressure works pretty good. If you use anything higher than that, you tend to stay pretty high.
Sebastian, traffic, Cardinal 34287, turning left base, runway 10, stop and go, Sebastian. Flaps 20. Sebastian traffic, Cardinal 34287, turning final, runway 10, Sebastian. . So I'm going a bit fast here. A little bit low. Flaps through. Alright, aim point for the edge of the runway.
Alright, power idle. Alright. And remember, flaps up.
Right.
And then brakes and elevator up. Yep. So full brakes, you can go full brakes all the way. Hard, 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 hard. It was power idle?
Yeah.
Now it is. That'll help us stopping, is the power idle, flaps up immediately, and then just same, like full on the brakes and up on that. Trust me, it helps. Like a cartoon almost, like you see people pull the steering wheel and full brake.
Yeah, just the nose going down and then,
Yeah, no worries. So carb heat out, I already got flaps 10 for you.
10, carb heat out. Okay, so then we
full on the brakes.
Full brakes.
Yep, go ahead.
And power is coming in.
Check your engine
power's
instruments.
in, engine instruments are green.
Alright,
and
release the brakes.
We're off. Right rudder. Airspeed's alive. There's 30, 40, 50, 67, 60.
Rotate. Climb out at 77.
Okay.
That was not bad though.
Okay.
Yeah, just remember flaps up immediately as soon as those wheels touch, as well as power idle. You can go idle in the air, just remember that you're going to sink a lot quicker, so you have to be a little bit more snappy with the flare slash, or round out slash flare.
Alright.
Okay, traffic card, Sebastian, traffic cardinal 34287, departure flag, runway 10, stay in the pattern, stop and go, Sebastian. So yeah, so just imagine like really short field, trees on either side.
Okay.
Probably a nice place to go get a $500 hamburger.
Alright, we are clear left. Sebastian, traffic, Cardinal 34287, turning left crosswind, runway 10, Sebastian.
Have you seen those STOL competitions in Alaska?
Yeah.
Just imagine we're participating in one of those. Think short. Think short thoughts.
Sebastian, traffic, Cardinal 34287, turning left downwind, runway 10, touch and go, Sebastian. Stop and go.
Stop and go, but that's all right, we're the only ones here. We'll correct that on the next call. So let's try and think of some, the order of doing things. So first thing would be idle as soon as we've passed our aiming point.
Okay.
Right, so 1,
idle.
Wheels touch.
Wheels touch.
2,
flaps up.
3.
And then back elevator, okay.
Yep, back elevator and brakes.
And brakes. Okay.
Say like the old cartoons when they're trying to stop a car and they pull on the steering wheel, right? You know what I mean? Yeah. So that's how it feels. Or how it looks probably too.
Alright, so we're past our aiming point, carb heat on, reduce power 50. 90. Descend at 90. And that's probably the right distance there. Sebastian traffic, Cardinal 34287, turning left base, runway 10, stop and go, Sebastian. Go and go, flaps 20 here. Slow down to 80. Sebastian traffic, Cardinal 34287, turning final, runway 10, stop and go, Sebastian.
Hey guys, traffic count number 136 Kilo, we are 9 nautical miles to the southeast, going to enter right downwind for only 130. Exit.
Lined up a little better here.
So you'll want to keep your speed around normal for approach speed, like, 80, then 70, but once you get short final, that's when you can really start slowing it up.
Okay.
And the only reason why I say that is because why extend the risk of stall in the pattern?
Okay.
You know what I mean? Let's do that once we're short final trying to get down.
Okay. Alright, so 70.
Yep.
That's fine. We're a little bit slow, but alright, so here, slow down to.
Yep, go ahead, start slowing down, start bringing that power out, and looking at our aiming point here.
Alright. Aiming point,
yep. Good job.
Coming up.
Alright, aiming point, power idle, flare, there we go.
A little bit of screech.
That's alright, that's because we forgot the flaps. Look how short that is,
Right,
I mean,
there we go.
that's within 400 feet, pretty
right.
good. So flaps 10.
Okay, so flaps 10.
Carb heat out.
Carb heat out. For takeoff. Brakes are powerful.
Engine instruments are green.
Instruments are green. And we're off. And there's 30. 40. 50. And 60. And climb at 80. Alright, 77 actually. Pair of obstacles.
But you see that was really good, like how short we stopped, how much runway we had still in front of us.
Yeah. Ball center there. Alright. 600 feet, we're clear on the left. Sebastian traffic, Cardinal 34287, turning left crosswind, runway 10, staying the pattern for stop and go, runway 10, Sebastian. Sebastian traffic, Cardinal 34287, turning left downwind, runway 10, stop and go, Sebastian. Alright, we're beamer, aiming point, carb heat on. Power. Back pressure to hold altitude, slow down. Heat's in the way dark, go 5 to 10. There's 90. Send at 90. Sebastian traffic, Cardinal 34287, turning left base, runway 10, stop and go, Sebastian.
The most difficult thing about this aircraft is that it's hard to see over the nose with that nose way high, just because the nose is a lot longer. Can you see okay over the nose?
I can, yeah.
Okay, yeah. I have to, like, gooseneck.
Yeah.
Airglade 91.
Because you don't want to lose sight of where you're going, or what's in front of you.
Entering right downwind for runway 13, 91 altitude. 5210, outbound.
The traffic got number 1 kilos, turn right down, right base runway 13.
We'll give it like 2 more goes in the pattern, and then we'll consider heading back here.
Alright. Sebastian traffic, Cardinal 34287, turning final, runway 10, stop and go, Sebastian. Alright, seems like we might be a little bit high. Maps 30. Lined up on the center line. Alright, airspeed's D. Bit fast. Alright, aim for the edge of the runway.
So just imagine like you're dropping in over trees. Almost like we actually are, but if that runway was a little bit closer this way.
Oh,
that's all right. Flaps up, hold. There we go. Look at that. Definitely shorter this time before the Vazzies. Wow, that's pretty good, man.
All right.
All right.
Okay, so flaps 10, carb heat off, for takeoff, brakes are on, power coming in. Engine instruments are green, and we're off. And we got 30, 40, 45, 48, 50, and 60. And 80.
So what I like to try and think of when I'm doing these landings, especially on a challenging day where we have a crosswind, right? It's not exactly smooth and we're not doing a normal landing. Try and break it down in parts.
Okay.
So fly a pattern like normal, and when you turn final, you don't have to go flaps 30 immediately, and you don't have to do the crosswind correction either. Just crab, right?
Okay.
So you're crabbing towards the runway with flaps 20 at 80. Then once we're closer to the runway, you know, a comfortable distance, we'll just say within anywhere from a quarter to a half mile, we'll go flaps 30, start slowing up to 70. Then you can start implementing the wing load technique to mitigate the wind.
Okay.
Just so you're not doing too much at once.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Sebastian traffic, Cardinal 34287, turning left crosswind, runway 10, stop and go, Sebastian.
So, and it's not a critique like you're doing anything wrong. You're doing everything really well.
Okay.
It just might help you with the fluidity of some of these items one at a time, so you're not struggling too much. So I'll talk you through it instead of demonstrating.
Okay. I guess my only concern on that is been quickly trying to get that wind correction in.
And that comes with practice, so you can start doing it at a comfortable distance.
16 Alpha Kilo is 4 to the southwest, inbound for a right 45 degrees.
Sebastian traffic, Cardinal 34287, turning left downwind, runway 10, stop and go, Sebastian.
And here comes 7 Gulf Quebec, again, just doing right pattern for whatever reason.
You see him?
I see him on ADSB.
Oh, okay.
400 feet below us on a base.
All right. Oh, there he is. Nope. Oh, that's right. All right.
Gulf Quebec, you up?
We're up. Did you not hear our last transition?
There he is.
We did not.
Yeah, we're on final for 10. We're going to be departing to the north after this touch and go.
Alright, so we're at beam point.
Yep.
Carpeet on front full.
Traffic, Arcturus 162 Alpha Kilo is turning for the right downwind, midfield 13, airway.
We're clear on the left. Sebastian traffic, Cardinal 34287, turning left base, runway 10, stop and go, Sebastian.
Yeah, so you're doing good.
I'm going to go for
traffic,
20 here.
201, 4 miles northeast,
Slow down to
inbound
80.
landing,
There it is.
Sebastian.
A little more power because we're...
Sebastian, Sky 79 Gulf Quebec, departure leg runway 10, we'll be departing to the north on crosswind here, Sebastian.
Sebastian traffic, Cardinal 34287, turning final, runway 10, stop and go, Sebastian.
So do you see how the trees kind of open up and you see the road?
Yes.
Yeah. So I would say once we're almost over that area, that's a comfortable place to put flaps 30. So you can keep 80. As soon as you go flaps 30, we start slowing up.
Okay.
And with a short field, you can just keep that slowing going because by the time you get to 70, 65, you're already really, really short final.
Departure leg runway 10, we got the sky flight, so we'll pass the ECU guys to the north. That's
So you can keep your speed at 80, and as soon as you get over this area right here, like about here is good, go ahead and apply flaps 30 and start bringing that power out just a little bit. And you see you start slowing down, just keep your aiming point. Right. Keep slowing down.
Runway 10, departing 45 degrees to the northeast. Last call, Sebastian.
Keep it slowing down.
See ya.
There we go.
Sebastian traffic, Skyflight 201, turning the downwind 45, Sebastian.
Oh. Nope, keep nose down a little bit. Alright. Good. Flaps up. Brakes. A little bit longer, but that's alright.
Alright.
Let's go flaps 10.
Flaps 10, carb heat off, trim for takeoff. Alright, and we're ready for power. Power in. All the way on the rigs. Engine instruments are green. Alright, and we're up.
Sebastian traffic Cardinal 34287 departing runway 10, staying in the pad. Sebastian.
There's 50 and 60.
Alright, let's do one more.
Alright.
And you can use whatever technique is comfortable for you. So if you feel like that's too rushed, doing everything in piece like that, if you want to do it a little bit earlier, as you'd like. You're a little bit longer on this one, but that's probably because I was telling you something a little bit different than what you were doing. But that's okay. Just as you're comfortable.
Okay. Clear of obstacles, flaps coming up.
Sebastian traffic, Skyflight 201, turning base runway 10, Sebastian.
Sebastian traffic, Cardinal 34287, turning left crosswind, runway 10, Sebastian.
Sebastian traffic, Skyflight 201, turning final 10, Sebastian.
Archer 777 Echoes here, 7 miles to the northwest of the field. It's going to go over the pump house, coming on 45 for right downwind runway 15, pump house.
Sebastian traffic, Cardinal 34287, turning left downwind, runway 10, stop and go, Sebastian.
Yeah, see, I'm happy that we didn't do a review of anything. Instead, we just started learning something new because you didn't need that review, man. You're doing really well.
Well, yeah, short field landings is something I was kind of dreading.
Really?
Yeah. Well, just because landings in general are always such a challenge, and then trying to do a short field.
But honestly, no, you're doing really well. I mean, that first landing was really good.
Yeah, yeah. Alright, so our beam, the aiming point, carb heat on. The white arc will go flaps 10. Little slow speed there.
Sebastian traffic, Skyflight 201, clear the active taxiing back to 10, Sebastian.
Sebastian traffic, Cardinal 34287, turning left base, runway 10, Sebastian.
Sebastian traffic, Skyflight 201, crossing runway 23 at Bravo, Sebastian.
Sebastian traffic, Cardinal 34287, turning final, runway 10, stop and go, Sebastian.
Airspace traffic, RV 180 Kilo Hotel, 10 miles to the southwest. We'll be going to midfield right downwind for 1
I'm going to go flaps 30 here. And slow it down, there's 70.
Right.
A little bit low, add bump of power here.
Remember the flaps once we touch wheels.
Alright.
There we go.
Here's my aiming point. I got power idle.
Yep. Look at that. Hardly any skidding. There's our stop.
Alright, there's our stop. Trimmer takeoff, flaps 10. Carb heat off, power coming in. Engine instruments are green and we're off.
And there's our go.
And airspeed's alive.
And when we're on the departure leg, you can call that we're going to turn to the north on the crosswind.
Okay.
Or depart to the north on the crosswind. There we go.
Alright, there's 60.
Good job.
Alright.
Not bad, man. And that's just a matter of practice.
Yeah.
So you have the mechanics down right.
Sebastian traffic, Sky Fly 01, departing runway 10, staying in the pattern. Sebastian.
Sebastian traffic, Cardinal 34287, departure leg, runway 10. We're going to be departing the pattern to the northeast. Sebastian. Alright, we are clear of obstacles, flaps up. Sebastian traffic, Cardinal 34287, departing the pattern from runway 10, departing to the northeast. Last call, Sebastian.
Sebastian traffic, Skyflight 201, on the departure leg, we're going to stay in the pattern. We have Cardinal on site. Sebastian.
Alright, so at this point, they're probably landing runway 9 still.
Good traffic, RV 18 Kilo Hotel, 3 miles to the south.
So we can probably head up that way towards the abandoned.
Alright.
And grab the ATIS on the way.
Alright, now should we go,
we can just go right into it.
Should we turn before Valkyria?
Yeah, we can turn before Valkyria.
Before Valkyria, okay.
No problem there. We'll miss them.
And then head towards abandoned, okay.
Yep. You can stop at 1,500 or 2,000 feet or whatever altitude you feel comfortable.
We'll just do 1,500 here.
And we can do 23 inches and 2,400 RPM.
Alright, 23 inches, 2,400.
Yeah, that was fun. Good job.
That was fun.
So I see Valkyria straight ahead, so
Okay,
you can
so-
fly to the left of it.
Yeah, okay.
There we go.
Let's get to that 0, turn to final 15, full stop marking.
Sebastian traffic, Skyflight 201 on the downwind 10, Sebastian.
Get a whole extra 2 miles an hour faster, rolling the windows a little bit.
Yeah.
That's not a bad cruising speed.
Traffic light 213, Airspace. Traffic RV18 Kilo Hotel sitting right there, runway 13, Airspace.
And 100 scattered. Temperature 26 Celsius. Dew point 22. Altimeter 3021.
For departures, advise ground control your direction of flight. On initial contact, advise information Mike. Melbourne International Airport information Mike, METAR 1153 Zulu. Wind 130 at 10, visibility 10 miles, sky condition 2,400 scattered, ceiling broken 2,900 broken, 3,600. Temperature 25, dew point 22, altimeter 3017. Visual approach in use, landing and departing, runway 9er right, 9er left, and runway 5. Approaches are being conducted to parallel and converging runways. Hazardous weather information for Florida and coastal waters available on flight service frequencies. Notice to airmen. Taxiway Alpha closed from Taxiway Victor to Taxiway Lima, Taxiway November closed.
If you just
Taxiway
press
Quebec
Mike 1,
closed
that
from
should do
runway
it.
9 right, 27 left to
Mike 1.
Taxiway Alpha.
There we go.
Tower, X17
And
November,
yeah,
Lima.
just follow 95 and that'll be good.
17 November Lima, traffic departing prior to your arrival, runway 9 right, clear to land.
9 right, clear to land, 7 November Lima.
System 9 Golf Quebec, turn left at Mike 1, join Kilo Kilo 1 to your ramp, monitor ground point 9er. Take flight 604 Melbourne Tower, hold short runway 9 right at Victor, landing traffic.
Tower 80 Kilo Lima, approaching 9er, left, ready to go.
Crewman 80 Kilo Lima, Melbourne, at the river, proceed on course, runway 9er left. Oh, I'm sorry, you're going westbound. November 80 Kilo Lima, make a left downwind departure, runway 9er left, clear for takeoff.
Kilo Lima, 9er left, we'll make a left downwind departure.
80 Kilo Lima, roger, runway 9er left, clear for takeoff.
Tower 80 Lima Kilo, have to taxi back to the ramp to check something.
80 Kilo Lima, roger, you can turn onto the runway, there's nobody on final. Down to Mike 1, back to the ramp.
On the runway, 9er left, down to Mike, and then back to the ramp, 80 Kilo Lima.
Extra 7 November Lima, turn right on Charlie.
Alright, I see abandoned over there. There's an antenna,
right, Charlie,
and then a couple of like white buildings behind it over there.
Okay.
One on the far side. Yeah.
I see the antenna in the buildings. I'm not seeing abandoned yet, but I'll head that way.
Yep. So did some work on it, and the mixture control actually feels like it does something now, because you can lean it back in flight to the point that the engine starts coughing or runs rough.
Okay.
So that means we can actually cruise economically now, or lean for best power without having to pass the stop there.
Now, are we going to go to north side, or are we going to FIT?
We're just going to go to the north side.
All right.
Yeah.
Good.
Tech flight 604 at the river, proceed on course, runway 9 left, clear for takeoff. Correction, Tech flight 604 at the river, proceed on course, runway 9 right at Victor, clear for takeoff.
River, proceed on course, Tech flight 604. 9 right, clear for takeoff, Tech flight 604.
Melbourne Tower, Cardinal 34287, over abandon with information. Mike, inbound, full stop, north side.
34287 Melbourne Tower, make right base, runway 9 left, report 2 mile right base.
Make right base, runway 9 left, report 2 mile, Cardinal 34287.
Cool. And you know what he means by that, right?
So 2 miles, which direction is he talking?
So we have 9 left, we're going to make a right base for it.
So when we're
2 miles from
center
line.
Okay.
Yeah, so exactly. So the leg of the base is basically 2 miles.
Okay.
That's what he's wanting us to report. So we can fly a little bit off to the left side of Wickham/Minton here, just so we're not right on top.
Here's the interstate.
Yeah,
Okay.
This is Wickham/Minton, and you might be able to see the dump kind of through the haze. Once you line up with that, that's perfect.
On the ILS, to the runway 9 right. November 79036.
Alright, so I'm sorry, about halfway between Wickham and 95?
A little bit closer to Wickham.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like about here?
Yeah, that's fine, right here.
Report 40, November 79036.
Alright, we'll just do our descent checklist.
Alright, so descent mixture, we'll richen that a little bit. Power, carb heat on, or should we wait for carb heat?
No, carb heat's fine.
Okay, we'll go carb heat on, begin our descent here.
Melbourne Tower, Tech flight 642, holding on 9 right at Victor, let's for departure.
So this would be considered base leg here.
Yeah, this is the base leg.
Victor, clear for takeoff.
Right on over the lever.
So I believe that, what's this road right here? 192?
Yes.
So once we're over 192, that's about 2 miles from the center line of 9 left. Alright.
Okay. Melbourne Tower, Cardinal 34287 is 2 mile base, runway 9 left.
Base 7, runway 9 left, clear to land.
Runway 9 left, clear to land, Cardinal 34287.
Alright. And when you have a chance, we'll just do the...
130 at 10, gust 20.
Before landing check, there we go.
Alright, so we got fuel selector on both, we got mixtures set, prop high RPM. Seatbelts are fastened, we've got our flaps set. And our trim for 90. Alright, so that's 9 right, 9 left is on the other side of the trees, can't really see it. Sort of, yeah, okay, I can see it.
Normal landing, don't feel pressured.
Alright. Right, so we're on base. I'm going to go ahead and go flaps 20 and slow down to 80. There's 80.
Melbourne Tower, Tech flight 638, holding short runway 9 right on Victor, ready for departure.
Tech flight 638, Melbourne Tower at the river, proceed on course, runway 9 right at Victor, clear for takeoff.
The river, proceed on course, 9 right, clear for takeoff, Tech flight 638.
I know those Vassies are telling me that I'm a little bit high.
you want to do a flaps 20 landing, it's a little bit gusty. That might make it a little bit easier.
All right.
And I find that flaps 20 when we're light like this also seems to help out with keeping a more stable approach, and the braking action's also better.
All right.
So, and just keep for like 75. We'll make this fun here. We'll practice using the VASI here as your power management. So let's see how well you can keep the glide slope using power.
80 Kilo Lima approaching 9er left, ready to go at the end.
2 white, 2 red.
Remember, 80 Kilo Lima, Melbourne, hold short, runway 9er left, landing traffic.
Short 9 left, landing traffic.
And then we're
80
3
Kilo
red at little bit power.
There we go.
Now we're too high.
That's all right. Pretty stiff crosswind from the right there. Doing good. Doing very good. Really good job.
All right, that felt pretty good.
With a crosswind like that, that's something to be proud of.
All right, so I go ahead and take Mike 1 or wait for
Yes, sir. Mike 1.
Turn left at Mike 1 and contact ground point 9.
Left at Mike 1, contact ground on point 9er, Cardinal 34287. Well, that's new.
Yeah. So, generally speaking, the rule is you don't switch to ground until you clear the hold short.
Oh, okay.
But that's okay.
Right.
I didn't tell you that.
All right.
So we'll clear the hold short and we'll call them. So just keep going until the tail is clear. All right, look, we're clear now.
All right. Lower ground, Cardinal 34287, clear of runway 9er left at Mike 1. Did he hear me?
Cardinal,
there we go.
Cardinal 287, verify you're going to Abaddon.
Affirmative, going to Abaddon.
Cardinal 287, you can turn left on Kilo, right at Mike for the ramp.
Left on Kilo, right at Mike to the ramp, Cardinal 34287.
All right, cool.
All right. And we're clear left, clear right.
Oh, that's that. Yeah.
Cardinal 287, use caution. Looks like an aircraft is pulling up in the way there.
Okay, we see him. Thank you, Cardinal 287.
What we're going to do is we're just going to go ahead and taxi it that way.
Entrance to the big blue ramp.
We'll just go ahead up this way. You're fine. And we'll turn right and then go up the hangars there.
Cardinal 287, can you get by that Cessna?
We're going to take a right here and go around the hangars. If that's okay.
Yeah, that's fine. This is a non-moving area.
Okay.
Melbourne Ground Skyhawk 1947 Fox.
So
ready.
this hangar here?
Yep, that's fine.
1947 Foxtrot, Melbourne Ground.
Yeah, Melbourne Ground Skyhawk 1947 Foxtrot. That's us at Big Flow with information right. Mike ready to taxi for a departure to the northwest.
It's no big deal, whatever.
Sorry about that blocking area. It looks like we weren't transmitting on time too.
147 Foxtrot, you guys have to be cautious with that. We've told you before not to block the entrance to the ramp. Luckily, that guy was able to move out of the way, and he's going a different way. But you can taxi 9 left via Kilo, but stop blocking the entrance to that ramp.
9 left via Kilo 475.
47 Fox, what's your direction again?
We're on the right.
Yeah,
we're going to be towards the northwest, 47 Fox.
I mean, it's no big deal.
Yeah.
It just stinks that this is the only real run-up area that these guys have.
Yeah.
Right, so we can't see the tower because the hangars are here, so they have to kind of pull out that far. So it's really not his fault.
Yeah.
I'm sure they're eventually going to come up with some sort of policy or make a new ramp or something, or we'll see. Windows open cardinal style. There we go. Good job.
Alright, after landing, flaps are checked. Mixture lane. Lean that all the way in a second here. Repeats off. Shut down, parking brake set. Throttle 1200. Okay, our transponder still set.